Hey guys, I'm Jake. Welcome to our channel. So my question is, can you survive in Canada if you lose your job? Who is going to pay your expenses and bills? Well, the big answer to that question is yes, you can still survive in Canada after losing your job because government of Canada is going to pay you in that case for a minimum of 3 months to a maximum of 1 year till you find your new job. And there's one more bonus tip that I will give you at the end of this video on how you can survive even after losing your job. So make sure you watch this video till the end. So guys, before I share that information with you, how Government of Canada supports you in the event of you losing your job, I want to give quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, Skillshare.
Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. Skillshare offers thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people on topics including illustrations, design, photography, video, web development, digital marketing, interior decoration, marketing management, you name it, and they have the courses. Skillshare classes include a combination of video lessons and a class project. It has classes to fit your schedule and skill level. And what more, you can learn it from the comfort of your home either by using the Skillshare app on your mobile phone, on your tablet, on your laptop or your computers. My favorite course on YouTube right now is YouTube SEO, how to rank your videos higher. And that is what is the most important for my business as a YouTuber, and I genuinely appreciate every bit of information that I'm getting from Skillshare.
Now, the good news for all of you who are watching this video is that first 1000 viewers of this video are gonna get 2 months of free premium membership of Skillshare. I have provided the link in the description. All you have to do is click on that link and avail this golden opportunity. And guys, even after 2 months of free membership, the monthly subscription for Skillshare is somewhere around $10, which is like a great value for money. So don't waste any more time. Just click the link in the description to join Skillshare for free now. Alright guys, so I'm sure you all are curious to find out how do you survive after losing your job in Canada and why is government going to pay you, right? Well, let me elaborate. So in case you lose your job in Canada, Government of Canada pays you financial support called employment insurance. Now, while you're looking for a new job, you can receive this EI or employment insurance for a minimum of 3 months to a maximum of actually 10 months. I said 1 year, but I think let me correct myself. It is maximum of 10 months. So when I say minimum 3 months to maximum 10 months, basically that duration of time in which you get financial support is determined by the unemployment rate in your area. Whether unemployment rate is very high, in that case of course you get for a maximum period, and also the number of insurable work hours that you have worked for while you were employed. So let me explain to you what does insurable work hour means. Insurable hours means the number of total hours, confirmed hours that you have worked for while you were employed, and this data will be provided by your employer, and that is called ROE, that is your record of employment. So basically employment insurance applies in case of insurable job in which you have worked for 420 to 700 hours in the span of last almost 1 year. Yes, that is one of the main criteria for getting the employment insurance from government, is that you have worked for almost those many insurable work hours. Now let's talk about the amount of employment insurance that you get. So for most people, employment insurance is around 55% of your average insurable weekly earnings, and the maximum amount that you can get is capped at $573 for a week. So as I mentioned that Government of Canada is going to pay you the amount of employment insurance. Now the question is that where does this employment insurance money comes from? Like, how do you get it? Who is actually paying for it? So as I mentioned in the beginning, insurable work hours. When you work in an insurable employment, your employer deducts employment insurance contribution from your weekly earnings from your paycheck. So basically, think of it like an insurance. So when you're in need, in this case, when you lose your job, the same amount can be usable for you. So basically, the amount of employment insurance contribution varies every year. For the year 2020, the percentage is 1.58%. So basically, for every $100, $1.58 will be collected towards the contribution of employment insurance. So that is the basic idea behind employment insurance. Let me now tell you about the eligibility criteria for this. Number one is you were employed in an insurable employment and you lost your job without any fault of your own. So that implies that you will not be eligible for employment insurance if you were fired from the job or your job got terminated due to misconduct, or if you voluntarily left your job or just quit your job without any cause. However, there are exceptions even to this rule. Let's say that you left your job due to workplace harassment or sexual harassment, gender bias, racial discrimination. In fact, I'll provide a link in the description where you can read in detail about the different exceptions to this rule as per the Government of Canada. Alright guys, so for leaving your job voluntarily, there is one more exception that I want to tell you, and that is the change of residence. Now let's say that if your spouse wants to move to another place and you have to move with your spouse because you're dependent on your spouse for traveling, for house, accommodation, everything. In that case also, you can leave your job voluntarily and still claim employment insurance. Third requirement is that you have worked for the required numbers of insurable work hours, that is 420 to 700 working hours in the last almost 1 year prior to your application. So basically it means that to claim employment insurance, you need to work at least for 1 year in an insurable job. Fourth eligibility criteria is that you are ready and willing and also capable of full-time employment, which means that you are just not claiming employment insurance to sit at home, but you will actually be going out, doing interviews and looking for a job. Last eligibility criteria is that you need to be unemployed or without pay at least for 7 days or 1 week before you file your application to claim employment insurance. So after the eligibility criteria, next important aspect is how do you actually apply for employment insurance. So first thing that you need to keep in mind is that you need to apply immediately after you are unemployed. Don't wait too long, otherwise you might not be able to avail this benefit. In fact, you don't even have to wait for your employer to prepare your ROE, that is your record of employment, meaning your insurable worked hours database. Just apply and that ROE can come and you can submit it later on as well. So basically for the application process, you need to have some documents ready. Number one is your SIN, that is your social insurance number, your mother's maiden name or last name, your complete banking information to apply for direct deposit. So bank details basically mean your name of your bank branch and your transit number, and of course your account number. Then names, addresses, dates of employment and your reasons of leaving the job or losing your job in the last 52 weeks or 1 year. You also need to submit your detailed explanation of the reason for termination of your job. You left your job due to some reasons, as I mentioned earlier, or were you fired from your job without any just cause? You need to put it in detail. The dates and earnings of all of your highest paid weeks of insurable earnings in the last 52 weeks so that your benefit can be calculated appropriately. After all your documents are ready, then you can start your application process online. I'll provide the link in the description for that also, and there you will get step-by-step guidance as to how you need to complete this entire process. It might take 45 minutes to 1 hour, so be ready and patient with that. So once your application is approved, you will get your first payment of employment insurance within 28 days of filing your application. In case your application gets rejected, you will be notified with an explanation why it got rejected, or you might receive a phone call. Well, in that case, also people who get rejected can apply for other government benefit, that is CERB, CERB, which is on right now. Now, this was all about applying for your EI, receiving your payment, but there are certain responsibilities for you. If you want to keep receiving those benefits till you need them, you need to perform certain duties. That's what I'm going to tell you, and these are very important to keep in mind. Basically, Service Canada is going to email you a benefit statement which contains a 4-digit access code. You will be asked to log into your account and complete a report every 2 weeks to prove your eligibility. Now, this is extremely important. If you don't complete this report, you might lose your benefits for an extended period of time. So you can complete this report also online, or there is a phone number as well. I'll put the links in the description for everything. Now let's talk about the low income families. In case of low income family, there is an additional benefit. Basically, low income families are also eligible for a family supplement in employment insurance. If your net family income after taxes and deduction is below approximately $25,000 and you have children, or if your spouse receives the Canada Child Benefit, in that case you're entitled to 80% employment insurance of your average insurable earnings, 80%, and for that you don't need any additional application. But remember that this family supplement is applicable to only one income in the family. So if there are two people, one will get 55% like a regular employment insurance, and the other spouse will get 80% in case of childcare benefits. Now, this was all about losing your job or getting fired from your job, but in case you're unable to work due to medical reasons, also in that case as well, 55% of your insurable earnings will be given to you as an employment insurance. You will have to prove the medical reason by providing medical certificate showing your inability to work due to medical grounds. Now, another important question is that does employment insurance or taking benefit from the government affect your credit score in the long run? Well, the answer for that is no, because employment insurance is a benefit and it will not impact your credit score. Of course, unless if you default on your bill payments, on your credit cards or your electricity and all other bills, only then it will affect. Otherwise, taking employment insurance has no direct implication on your credit score. Alright guys, now let me give you my bonus tip that how there is another way to survive even after losing your job while you're looking for a new job. Let's say that if you have a driving license and a car, or if you don't have a car also, in that case also you can do a side hustle by doing things like Uber Eats delivery, especially in downtown area where traveling distance between one place to another is not much. You can travel by streetcars or bus and do the Uber Eats delivery. Or even if you have a bicycle or a bike, you can do the delivery. They don't necessarily ask you for a car, so you can do it by foot or by public transport also and easily support yourself. Then you can also do Uber Eats delivery by car, obviously, and then there is Instacart delivery, which is a grocery delivery service. So if you have a driving license and your car, you can easily register with Instacart. All you have to do is go to a shopping mall, fulfill that order and deliver it to a customer's house. Then you have DoorDash, and there are just so many these delivery services like Amazon Flex, where you can pick up around 30 packets a day from Amazon and deliver them to the required address. So there are multiple side hustle sources that you can use to support yourself. And let me tell you, in Canada, no work is small. So don't think that I'm not going to be doing delivery service. Like, come on, you are respected because you're supporting yourself. So in that case, if you don't want to claim employment insurance and save it for later, you can use these side hustles as well. Alright guys, so that was the information I had for you. If you like this video, kindly hit the like button. If you're new to our channel, kindly subscribe it, and I'm gonna come soon with another informational video for you guys. Till then, enjoy your life.